That's your cue.
Yep, that's the cue, and that's it. We're on live, baby. That's all it takes. Yeah, but it's time for the intro. So let's do it.
Intro!
All right, intro is going right now. They cannot hear us. If they can hear me. Oh.
That's your cue.
Yep, that's the cue, and that's it. We're on live, baby. That's all it takes. Yeah, but it's time for the intro. So let's do it.
Intro!
All right, intro is going right now. They cannot hear us. If they can hear me. Oh.
That's your cue.
Yep, that's the cue, and that's it. We're on live, baby. That's all it takes. Yeah, but it's time for the intro. So let's do it.
There it goes.
All right, intro is going right now. They cannot hear us. If they can hear me. Oh.
That's your cue.
Yep, that's the cue, and that's it. We're on live, baby. That's all it takes. Like I say, it's time for the intro. For some reason, you could not hear.
There it goes.
I can hear myself for some reason twice. Let's just stop that real quick. I just not realized I had the audio playing on my other screen where the live stream is win. But anyways, everybody, thank you for coming this weekend. This is the BearThoughts podcast. We stream every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Central American time here at Grumpy Big Gaming. If you want to come check us out live, be sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to share with your friends. Today, we have a special guest. We have RollOver. RollOver, get into frame. Get in the frame,
RollOver, so they can see you.
There he is. Frame is here. He is. We got RollOver, the youngster.
He's not in frame. He's not in frame on the stream though. I
see him. Get a couple seconds. He comes in like in a couple more. Here he goes. Here we go. And there he is. Sorry, I had this little delay in between what we see on our screen and what we see in stream. But
all right.
For those who are new here, again, this is Corvo, my co-host. I am Grumpy Bear, the one and only, and this is the BearThoughts podcast. Be sure to leave a comment for what is your favorite podcast. If you've not watched the other ones, be sure to watch those and get into it. Corvo, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing better than I've been doing.
Last week was a shithole for pretty much everybody.
Yeah. You know how it is.
I was like this close to making going, fuck it. You know what? I want to drink too.
Yeah, I had one or two or three or a dozen of those while we were talking last week.
Huh?
More afterwards, because like literally that very night, like everything else was going to crap. That very night, things went from happy joy to I need a bullet.
Speaking of which,
yeah,
it's the same old this week, man. It's still just me.
Just you at your job?
Yep, still just me.
Well, RollOver, how's your job going over there? Is your place pretty much on shutdown, or is it a full swing?
Oh, it's in full swing right now.
Okay. So what exactly do you do, RollOver, by the way?
I'm making pizzas right now. I'm about to become a manager there. It's really just a job to have until I get done with school and figure out what I actually want to do.
So it's a job for a job, man. I hate having those kind of things in life. Really, there was never a day it's like, oh, job's a job. Is it really? It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, the people are good there. The atmosphere is all right. So
except for the one person who wanted to punch him. That was a story for that one time. Somebody to get pissed off Corvo. They wanted him to take out. Don't do that.
And them doing what they did with burying him on my birthday instead of waiting a day.
Oh, are you talking about the? Oh yeah.
Yeah. That conversation we had on the phone where you want me to just take them out when they come in. I was like, no.
Don't do it.
I'll just rip that shit whenever they come in.
Oh, damn.
And leave the door open.
Okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if they were brought it up to you, but I'm going to bring it up to you just in case they have not brought it up. What is your thoughts on a Philly cheesesteak pizza?
Oh, it's delicious. We have them up there.
So you started making them?
Yeah, we make them.
When did they start making them?
The place that we go to, that I work at, yeah, we've made them as long as I can remember.
So it's been there since you started. Okay, so how'd y'all make y'all's? Because I really I'm home make mine. So it's I thought it was a pretty much original idea, but okay.
Well, you do You of course have your sauce and your cheese base, and then you add some steak, some mushrooms.
What is your sauce?
It's just regular pizza sauce.
So
Uh,
it's more like a tomato-based Philly cheesesteak.
yeah.
Okay, so you don't do a mayonnaise based like a regular cheese, like a regular Philly cheesesteak, or just a cheese base and meat.
Yeah, no, we don't do it like that.
Okay.
And then we do onions, bell peppers, and mushrooms.
Just steam
And
them.
huh?
Just steam them.
No, they're raw when they go onto the pizza, but we cook it at 550 degrees, so it gets pretty.
Okay, so you have to do more of a crisp to it. Okay, because I would always put mine in I always steam mine as best I can to get kind of soft and not really crunchy. Because some people like crunchy, some people don't like it in their Philly steak. So it really depends on the person.
Well, yeah, the other place that I worked, I actually I would make some Philly cheesesteak pizzas.
I miss those.
Dude, I'm getting one Sunday. I have to.
Fuck you.
I'll get you one.
Okay. You're redeemed.
Really are good. I was always wondering, like, anybody actually out there actually make him I would say tomato base is not a true 1-to-1 to a Philly cheesesteak. I remember, of course, there's a New York Philly steak sandwich, and there's the white base or the provolone version of Philly cheesesteak I'm most accustomed to, and that's why I like it. I was like, man, he works there. He needs to make the Philly cheesesteak pizza. Like, should be off the chart sales, at least from my standpoint. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, they are great. It's one of my favorite pizzas there. What's your favorite?
Mine?
Yeah.
Mine comes from my kitchen.
I'm not talking hers.
Oh,
But I'm talking at
Fratelli's.
I think most people just
I
like homemade.
I like the monster meat. I love
the meat lovers.
Yeah, I love that damn thing, dude.
Oh, it's
there
delicious.
is no amount of like I can't find some meat on my pizza. It's just like it's one
everywhere.
of those like if you like a meat lover's pizza, there's no way you cannot like this pizza.
It's almost like a burger pizza, where it's like it's just one big old patty of meat right on top.
This damn thing has ground beef, bacon, what else? Shit, I can't even remember everything that's on it. Just about anything you can think of that's meat that people have put on a pizza or might put on a pizza is on this pizza.
It's good and balanced too. It's a really nice. I like it.
Okay, so we got an idea what he is, but let's get down to nitty gritty and how RollOver got his initial name. Now, for those of you who don't know, we need stories from both sides. Okay, so let's start with Corvo's side of the story, right? And then RollOver. I want you to afterwards try to recollect what your thoughts and memory was of this night and how it really came rolling it over.
Okay, so we decided one night after I had purchased that half a pig to eat a lot of sausage while also drinking a lot of bourbon. It started at a fire in the backyard and moved its way into the living room.
So why do you, okay, my thoughts is at this point, why do you go, let's stream?
Oh, well, ain't got nothing else to do. You're bored. Everything is feeling good. So you decide to do something you would enjoy.
Wait, we were doing Destiny, weren't we?
Yes, we were. We were streaming Destiny.
I fell asleep.
And RollOver, in his infinite wisdom, was playing, and then suddenly he stopped moving on the screen. So I lean up and look, and I'm like, hey, you alive over there? I got no reply except for a snore. So it's like, okay, well, we just going to let him chill in his chair for right now. I'm going to continue to play. And then he had this sudden reaction in his sleep. To which I jumped up and grabbed a towel and threw it to him and said, "Put it under your face."
I don't remember that.
Was it one of the
And he just grabs this towel, he loads it up to his face, and just empties into the towel.
chips empties?
So once he finishes, I take said towel, I go and dump contents and flush it, wash it out, throw it in the washer, and I come back, and he's still having like sudden spasms of like he might be going to blow again. So I'm like, "Hey dude, you need to get up, go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom." So he starts to get up and goes to one knee. And at that point, I'm already realizing that the getting to the bathroom right now is probably not going to happen. So I grabbed the second towel and chunked it on the floor in front of him.
But why were you saying roll over? Roll over.
Oh,
roll
just
over?
wait,
Like,
just wait. We're getting there.
You couldn't just say the rollover part.
No. So then he finally does get enough sense to go to the bathroom. And when he comes back, he falls down because we have a bed mattress that we let down in the living room for guests.
Yeah.
We let it down and he just kind of crashes over on it, except for he crashes face down. And then starts doing the hop again. I'm like, "No, you got to roll over. Roll over. You cannot throw up that way. You will choke. Roll over." And all I could hear is liquid courage for a reason. Yeah. And he's just kind of like, And he finally
roll over.
He finally rolls over on his back. And I just look at Stealthy. I'm like, "Give me a blanket." And I throw it on him and leave him there.
If you throw up on your back, it goes up, then goes right back down.
Well, the downside is if you're laying face down, your mouth is closed, so you're just puking into your own mouth and choking on it.
That's why you don't mean to lay on your side. Just vomit outwards.
So there's my point of view. Now, your point of view, sir.
Now, how did you thought this was gonna go for you at first? Like, what was your thoughts? Like, this night's gonna be amazing. This is what I'm gonna do to get.
It's just gonna be an average weekend night.
Well, I thought I was just gonna get an average weekend and drink a lot, and then go into the living room and play some video games. But what I didn't realize was you're not supposed to mix liquors.
Nope.
And before I left work, I drank an Imperial IPA. That's about 10%.
Wait. Before you left work, how'd you go from work drinking to Stealthy and Corvo's house?
Huh?
How'd you go from work drinking
to
our house?
I just drank one beer, but it was enough. I don't know, they hit me differently than almost anything else.
Okay, so it was a bit of a shocker that this beverage that you're taking in.
I also hadn't eaten all day because usually I'll be fine.
Okay.
Besides, I just did that, and I was like, well, I got about 10-15 minutes before it kicks in, so I better haul ass over to Corvo's, and I'll be there before anything hits the fan. And then
apparently,
this man looks at me and says, "Hey, you want a drink?" And of course, I say, "Yeah."
Being the brave type that you are.
Yeah, so I get a drink, and I'm like, "Hey, y'all got anything to eat?" And he gives me some sausage that he just smoked. And then, thinking back on it, sausage is not the best thing to eat.
No, very greasy.
It's very greasy, especially like right out of the smoker. I mean, it was good the first time.
It was good going down, but not coming back up.
Yeah, coming back up, it was slightly less delicious.
Now, in his defense, I will say, he's probably the only person other than my wife that has ever been able to hang with me drinking. So on a normal night, this would not have been an issue.
On a normal night for a normal person.
Well, no, on a normal night for us. A normal person would die of alcohol poisoning in 30 minutes with the two of us.
Yeah, don't ever invite me to drink.
Case in point.
We walked out with 2/5.
We have walked out with 2/5, finished them in a night, and still streamed Destiny.
Well, no, that night we walked out with 2/5 and 20 minutes later we walked back in with no fists.
Oh yeah.
And that's just a drink whenever we want to.
Yeah, and we have sit by many a fire together and drank much bourbon together. So I didn't anticipate this reaction because he has never had this reaction before. I think the only other time he's ever had any reaction is going to sleep by the fire.
But that's only because he decided to take another mix.
Soft. Shut up.
That's because he had another mix of alcohol in his system.
If the screen...
Are we going to talk about what was going on next to me?
Hey!
Because y'all thought I was asleep, but I wasn't.
But you wasn't completely lucid either.
Oh, I could see everything that was going on.
It was fun. Ish. Hey, I'm not the one that was cuddled up to my dog. Fucking asshole. Anyway.
Something popping over the fucking seat. Just looking.
Okay, so when did you notice that he was saying to you to roll over? And you remember him screaming at you the entire time to roll over?
I remember going to the bathroom the first time and throwing up and then throwing my shirt into the washing machine. Other than that, don't really remember much.
Okay, so that's when you blacked out.
And then, then I walked to the bed. I walked into the room, and he was like, "Hey, is there anything you need?" I was like, "A bed." So he brings the bed down because he has it sitting on his filing cabinet. When I say filing cabinet, I mean four file, about 5 feet high, chock full of video games from Sega Genesis to PlayStation 4.
Okay. And he just flops it down and goes, "There you go."
Yeah, he has a beautiful collection of video games. Yeah, he just flops the bed down, and I just flop on the bed face first.
Oh, yeah, you can actually attest to my video game collection, because... Okay.
It's heavy.
It's heavy. Moving would be a bitch, and also fire would be...
not when it's in the...
If anything ever destroys my video game collection... It'll be real easy for the entire world to know, because I will be the masked man destroying everything. And I have the weapons to do it.
Hey, you got kids. I'm sick of them.
I wouldn't use both of them. Jesus Christ, man.
Just use Soren while he's half asleep and be like, "Hey."
No, I'll just prick Soren's finger and say, "Look."
He's got Ethan.
Oh, God.
Now, does anybody else, other than, let's say, this household, know of your infamous name that you have earned within this community?
What?
Does anybody else know that we call you RollOver?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, good. Don't let any girl know about it. They'd be really questioning what the hell is that. RollOver! What?
Dude. My girlfriend had her whole rollover experience here.
She had a rollover experience as well, and wow!
Me and him are drinking, and I picked my girlfriend based on her ability to look at anything and say, "Yeah, I could do it." Which is why she's 4'11" and I'm 6'5", and we're standing here happy.
Well. Pretty much get off the topic a little bit here, but if your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, you have a problem with her farting, this is something actually interesting I found out this past week, and my wife brought it up to me because, my wife, we were in bed the other day, and my dog farted, and I was like, "Honey." She's like, "What?" I'm like, "This fart?" Like, "No." Apparently my dog. But it really smelled. I'm like, "Well, it's kind of bad," but I was also kind of interested that apparently there's a a pill out there that can turn your farts to smell like roses and chocolate.
Well, I counter that. Well, there's also a pill that will make it smell like liquid death.
Is it really necessary at that point?
It's called iron tablets. She's anemic too, isn't she?
Yes.
Yeah, both of our significant others are anemic, and if they ever get iron tablets, they will smell like absolute dog shit.
Yes. And just so you know, our women are not like the
They're
normals.
not very bashful.
They don't go, oh, well, that wasn't me. They'll go, boom. Hey, how'd you like that, you bitch?
Yeah, my wife like, it wasn't me. I'm like, was it? Are you sure? It's like, it was the dogs. That sounds like a human fart, pretty wet too.
That's when you start to guide the dog out of the room. She's like, "What are you doing? Get rid of the smell."
I don't ever really know between my wife, especially in bed, or my dogs, which one is farting. But when it does happen, she normally tries to blame it on the dogs. And I just go along with it. And it's just how it really goes with there. But let's go to the thing. So you talked to me earlier, the Corvo. This is back to you about your update. We didn't want to get to it beforehand. We talked about it before the stream about your PVC cards updates. Now, what's going on with that one, and what happened?
Okay, so I got my hands on a PVC card printer. It's not exactly the one that I want. I'm gonna use it to do some I guess, for lack of a better term, research on the idea.
Where'd you get this one from?
Work.
It wasn't okay. My wife always tells me this, and I love the way she describes it. She borrows things indefinitely. Is it one of those situations?
No. They were going to trash it because they got a new one.
Okay, what was it used prior to getting it?
It was used to print badges.
All y'all drink my chocolate milk at this household. All y'all have your own canister of chocolate milk, and I just noticed that. Like all three of you do.
Look, this is nothing. This is mild. On a on a Destiny weekend, there's at least 3 of those for each of us in this house.
So what's like? Is it like pizza and a bunch of chocolate milk plus?
No. It's beef jerky and chocolate milk for Stealthy, and it's pecan swirls and chocolate milk for me and RollOver.
Okay, that's interesting. I would be with you.
And then at some point, somehow we move off of the chocolate milk and the pecan swirls to mac and cheese and bourbon.
Well, my choice will always be Sprite and pizza or beef jerky. I like beef.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I lost my train of thought.
So they just get rid of it.
PVC.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a thermal transfer one. So what it means is instead of using like the inkjet one that I was telling you I wanted to get, and I still do, this uses a plastic ribbon and a heat source that heats up the colors and basically melts it to the plastic in the pattern you want.
Okay, so it seems like it's more like you said badges. Is it a paper with a plastic wrapping around it, or is it a plastic altogether?
No, it's plastic completely, and it prints directly to the plastic.
Okay, so it's very much like an ID card.
It is an ID card. This model that I have, I don't know if you remember way back when driver's licenses were white.
Yeah. But
this is the same model that they used to make those.
Okay, so you can't like have like those cool holographic above your picture, right? Make sure it's like legit.
Right. But I started tinkering with it last night. I got it installed and set up on a machine. I just need to get a new ribbon because this ribbon is really old.
And does it use like, plastic or not plastic, but a conventional inking, or is it a?
No, it's a plastic thermal ribbon.
So how does it do colors?
The ribbon has different colors in it. So the printer is smart enough to slide the color that it needs to print at that moment over it. Heat just that spot, press it down, move to the next color, press it where it needs to go, and it does that and basically does like a layer up effect.
Okay.
And then spits it out when it's done.
Okay, kind of like t-shirts, right? Where they put a thing on top of straight paint over it, and then they put down the next layer of the image.
Yeah, kind of like a screen print. Yeah, that's called screen printing a t-shirt. Yes, it's kind of like that.
My brother did that actually one time. I forget, he did some free artwork in college. I always thought that was pretty cool. It's very cookie cutter, but I thought it was already pretty cool. And I would definitely like to get more t-shirts. I'm buying me some. I need some badly. I buy a lot of my stuff from thrift stores, so budget what I can. So real quick though, I want to get back to that story you were telling me about with apparently not able to use a restroom and drinking. That one, I want to get right back into rollover.
Oh,
Now, how did that exactly? Okay, we talked about this beforehand, but we didn't get too deep into it. I want to get deeper into that one.
well, we had another night where we drank, and instead of Velveeta, it was instead of mac and cheese, it was his hot wings.
Okay, now what about these hot wings that are special, Corvo?
Go ahead.
My hot wings are so hot that they have the ability to melt plastic containers.
And what they really they of?
The hottest shit you could put in your mouth.
Well, there's a lot of things in the heat spectrum.
I make up my own hot sauce out of multiple different sauces that I have tweaked.
And
seasonings that I've tweaked over the years.
Okay, so is it like your own little jar?
I also cook my wings a specific way.
Okay.
So by the time the end product gets there, you can't store these wings in Tupperware.
Well, yeah, glass Tupperware probably.
Yes, if it's not glass, you better have some metal bowls or something like that. You can no foam, no plastic. That doesn't work.
Okay. So it's very acidic.
Yes.
So how many of these wings did you partake while in your drunken stupor?
how many do you think we ate? About 30?
Okay, we ate about 30 apiece.
30? Were you like high or something? Why you need 30 wings? I could barely eat 20 without like getting stuffed.
We were drinking.
It happened over the entirety of a night.
You have to understand that when me and RollOver drink, we get hungry.
I was there was a high thing. I didn't know there was a such thing as a hungry drunk.
Well, it's probably not common, but it is amongst the two of us.
Like, do you ever thought about crackers? To suck up.
We take one drink and we're already going to the fridge and trying to find whatever we can shove in our face.
So it's like it becomes almost like a highness from it. So you're starting to get in a drunken stupor.
Yeah, and we ate a lot of wings.
Okay, so just real quick, what is y'all's normal common poison?
Common poison? Alcohol?
Yeah, to get you.
Bourbon?
Hungry.
Do you want me to say the label? Okay.
No, I just want to know what kind of drink it is so I can stay away from it because I don't like of course I'm staying away from it anyways. But everybody goes, "Hey, there's a bourbon." I'm not drinking that either because I don't want to be hungry and drink my stupid. So okay, you ate about 30 a piece of these extra hot, ridiculous, acidically bad for your just general because it melts plastic and Tupperware. You know it's not going to be good for your digestion. What happened to your body?
Okay. Well, I was already hungover. And then I get up, go to work. Decided to make me a pizza at it's this green restaurant you find.
Makes sandwiches.
It makes pretty decent sandwiches. And well, we this one was inside of a grocery store, so we didn't have a bathroom in that specific store. We had one like off into the grocery store. And so I just decided to hold it until 9 o'clock.
Wait, it was ready. It just held.
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't just like it's 9 o'clock, then following evening. Oh, I got to use
It,
the restroom. Huh.
it was more of one of those. I was checking my farts throughout the day.
Okay.
Um,
Like,
to
wait,
make
that
sure
was a
they
little
were
wet.
okay.
Check. I think that was good. That's fine.
Let me sit down real quick. No, it's good.
Okay, so he won't say where he worked at or where kind of grocery store where it is. But my general mind was, when as soon as I use the restroom, my thoughts was either A, let me go use the restroom, or B, I take a dump on the floor and y'all deal with the consequences of that interaction because I'm not holding in for
You
no
gonna talk about
8 or
shutting
9
down a
hours.
restaurant? You already talked about it. Okay. There's another incident like that related to Corvo that we can talk about in a minute. But he
Go
but
ahead. Go ahead. I stopped.
okay, I was basically I didn't know my body could make those noises once I got there.
Describe these
Honestly,
noises that you were.
um it was more like groans from the top and then like just gunfire from the bottom. You ever seen a minigun fired in a video game?
I might
Just
have
speed it up.
beat up. Oh, okay. Okay, so it wasn't one of these like this like spreading, let it go. It's like
Yeah, it was just
okay,
it,
gotcha.
it was projectile.
It was clapping.
I think it could have set some land speed records if I had given it a shot. But
Okay.
but yeah, that was a lot, and I mean, I got off at 9, and I went home at about. I started going home at about 9:45.
And did you
It was
speed up
pretty
your car
bad.
by just sitting in it?
Well, I had to recover.
Okay. You had to
You gotta have that
recover.
recovery time. Corvo.
Okay, since you're gonna bring it up, I have shut a restaurant down before.
By yourself.
So, you know those moments in life where you realize there ain't nothing you can do that's gonna stop what's about to happen.
No, there's been plenty of times like, you know what? I know I'm gonna go into this bathroom stall, and I'm gonna want to be quiet as can be. I want to be secretive. I don't want everybody else to know about it. And then all hell just breaks loose.
No. See,
You ever been in a car?
no. Think about being in a car in traffic and knowing there ain't nothing you can do.
No, I never had experienced that myself.
Okay, I have experienced it, and then had to go into a restaurant and run to their restroom
Okay.
to finish this incident.
Finish it. It's already started.
Finish it. Yeah, it already got started before I got there.
Okay,
There wasn't nothing I can do about it. And then of course you don't want to ride home in that, so I ditched that shit in the trash can.
But that's a pretty embarrassing story. I don't know. We should be telling that one, bud.
I don't care. I ain't bashful.
About to say, like, it's one of those things. Like,
Let's
honey,
just say the next week that restaurant was shut down, and it took it 2 years to open up again.
And it moved locations to the next building over.
I would be like just more like embarrassed by coming home and coming up to my wife going, "Oh, my clothes. Oh, my things. Oh, see what happened was
He was in the car.
She was with me in the car.
Oh, she know. Oh, damn." She had no idea that was coming. Oh, what was that, honey? Boy, howdy.
No,
That was,
I looked at her dead in her eyes and said, "I'm sorry for the things that are about to happen to you." And she
you
looked at
married
me
into this
said,
family.
she looked at me with all the
Oh,
love
baby.
she could muster and said, "Damn."
Oh my. Like my wife, she says she never ever has sharked before. She never sharked before. And I'm like, everybody sharked at least once in their life. Like, nope, I never. I'm like, really? Never? I mean, once. No, never. I'm like, I think every person's had at least one time in their life. They're just not willing to admit it like you just did. Oh boy, howdy. That is.
I don't care.
Guys are more prone to it because they'll lean into it and try to force it out and make a good sound.
Well, that's about as wild as another thing I've heard of recently. You know how you lived next to Florida. You pretty much lived in Florida your entire, like, at least near Florida your entire life, right, Corvo? Am I wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so apparently a man in Florida has been arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. Let me give you this little story. Apparently a man went to Wendy's and had a outing with one of the employees, and he took a live alligator and threw it in the window of the drive-thru. And that was their deadly weapon. Using a live alligator.
Jerry?
Just straight
That
up
sounds like something that my cousin would do.
just straight up.
I said no mail. Flap.
But like, what are you doing? Like,
The alligator. I want to know.
I just picked up this alligator side of the road, so y'all want it? Make some burgers out of it. Here you go. Yeah, just like.
I think it was more of a couple's quarrel.
Like, honey, I don't got a gun. I don't got a knife. I don't got a bat. I don't got a chain.
I got this alligator.
I got this alligator. I'm not even worried about tying you up with the rope that I caught the alligator with. I'm just gonna throw him at you. You deal with that problem. Like, it's like, what the heck is?
I'm talking about the one that had an alligator for a pet. That sounds like something he would do. I said light mail, damn it! Woo.
One of my nieces or nephews has a baby alligator, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep that thing for too long because it literally was like this long when I last saw it. About now, it's probably like full tank size. Those things, well, they don't really care what size the tank is. They're gonna grow.
Well, they have indeterminate growth. It's basically just how much they eat, in all honesty.
You really shrink it, like make a midget alligator.
There are some smaller alligators, like the Chinese alligator. They're about 4 feet long, and that's about as big as they get.
Okay, the Chinese alligators. Well, that could bring a good thing right into that conversation. It's not Chinese based, but Japanese based. This stuff I really thought was really interesting. Corvo, this is the one I told you about. Maybe a little touch on the interesting, but also maybe not a very good conversation. But I thought it was interesting. You know, there's apparently molestation insurance in Japan.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So here's the deal. Here's a lowdown.
What?
Apparently, in Japan right now, but this has been going on for a very long time. Apparently, like, there is a bit of groping problem on trains. Groping problem, right? Get antsy, right? And there have been people that have been groped and molested on trains. So they have one train that is specifically for women during a specific time of the day, right? Only women can be on the train. Well, apparently, men is having a problem with that. The problem is nowadays, with the culture as it is, social getting worse in Japan, there's been more accusations that have been false accusations about men doing something to the women than that there actually has been real, indications of men molesting a woman. So nowadays in Japan, you could buy insurance. So if someone would falsely accuse you one, it would immediately get you a lawyer, combat it, and fight it. And the more media's talking about more of the alleged ones, actual ones that actually happen. So there is more scared to see in Japan about being accused of it than there is of scarcity of actually getting done. So I thought that was really interesting, and I did not know that was a thing. Insurance for that, like, what would our insurance be in America? Being Me Too'd? I don't know. I always thought that like that'd be
Been
funny.
accused of groping? They say you did it. We're here to show that your hands were nowhere near it.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if everybody saw the videos before. Most people have saw the videos where they cram you into a train, right? Like they push you into a train,
You like sardines.
and that's actually real. I've been in Japan. That's actually a thing. They will actually cram you. I've actually been in a train during one of those hours. I shredded it. And yeah, it's kind of hard to like not touch people. Even if you hand on one hand on the rail and one hand on another thing, you don't really know, like, can't like your hand always up in the sky like it's not me, right? So like you can't just take the entire train and like, yeah, I'm not touching anything, not touching anything. And then one time you drop your hand, someone gropes by, and then you're just standing there with the bag, like it wasn't me. How am I supposed to prove this? And I thought it was so wild to think that apparently it's more scared of men of being accused by it than actually happening. And I totally get that. That's one of my biggest fears of being accused of something like that severe and then not be it and then like what's to do? Like I got nobody that can call up my insurance. Yeah, I've been accused. You probably can, but I thought that was really interesting. Um do you have any story I want to bring up? I wouldn't say anything like that, but anything else?
You got something else you want to throw out there and throw me under the bus, sir? Oh, let me tell you about his best friend.
Best friend. Gotcha. Not you.
Yeah, he goes on vacation with him. Likes
Hey, he's the one that's just like you.
he likes wearing steel toe boots. You remember that set of people that I told you about
Yeah.
on one of the other streams? Well, here's another perspective. You can poll him. He was there.
Okay, so this gentleman, for those who do not remember, he had a interesting output about tattoos of Transformers. He talked about he was the type of guy that I can assume that every conversation guy had, he had something put in, and he was knowledgeable about every topic that there was and ever will be. Right? Am I getting this right? Am I netting in this guy here? All right,
I'm
so
gonna let him answer because you've already heard mine. I want someone else's viewpoint.
Yeah.
okay, so what conversation did you bring up that he was like that?
I really didn't try to speak to him that much.
No, he just had to follow you around and get whatever you were getting.
Oh, you mean attention?
Yeah.
All I know is
attention,
like,
yeah.
it's like, oh, these people like you. Let me try to be like you. No, there's only one.
Well, I
Sorry.
mean, the biggest thing was like he could not figure out, and I think he's still perplexed by this, why RollOver got so many more options given to him on said vacation than he did.
What do you mean options given to me?
Well, to him, you were getting favoritism. You don't remember? I mean, you weren't left.
I slept on the pull-out couch.
Yes, but you weren't left in the park. You got to hang out with Jasmine.
Excuse me, if I was left in the park with my girlfriend, I would be just fucking fine.
That's my point. But
You
to
would have
him,
been
he
just
was
fine.
getting the short end of the stick.
Huh?
You would have been just fine.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been fine. Like,
So, okay,
what?
so did he feel like he didn't have camaraderie that you had, that you earned, I would say, since you've been around them so long?
It's built. I mean, you can't just walk up and be like best friends with somebody. I mean,
Are you gonna say that on stream? Because
hey, I didn't walk up. I was forced to go up.
you were sent.
I was sent to this house.
Yeah. So anybody that needs to know, one of my best friends in the world, I got because my wife made him come to the house. Told him to go to my house.
Yeah, because I got heated at work one time, and I was just gonna walk off and calm down and go home, and she was like, "No, go to my house." I'm like, "How do I get there?" I was like, "You don't want to send me the address?" She was like, "Just follow down this road." I'm like, "Okay, I'll figure it out."
I'll figure it out.
Now, after she tells him to come, I get this random ass text message saying, "Hey, RollOver's coming to the house. Don't be mean." I'm like, "But I'm not mean." She said, "No, you're an asshole and you know it."
There's a difference between asshole and being sarcastically funny.
Is there really?
No, he's a genuine asshole.
I'm a genuine asshole.
Genuinely asshole. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Like this is him toned down a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm very mild for the viewers.
Oh yeah, I appreciate that.
Because if I went off on some of the tangents that I go off on, we would be censored probably.
Probably.
Well, I mean, like,
but we also might get like more views. People like, oh, I really like that guy's straightforwardness, and I'll be like, oh, please don't shut me down. I'm just starting.
yeah. But basically, I mean, we spent what 10 hours?
Yeah,
bullshitting,
and the next thing you know, my wife says, "Why do you always steal my friends?" Just so
you either steal them or they run away.
Or I get accused of that for both of y'all. Just so you know, I stole y'all. I stole her friend.
I keep on trying to invite her. She never accepts it. Damn it. I've tried. Okay, Chad. I have tried to get her, his wife, on the stream multiple times. Still says no.
Shut up. Oh God, there is no gate.
We need a buffer.
There's what buffer?
Me.
Okay, you're hired.
Of course, I tell my
a hand that comes up and just goes no.
I tell my wife though. I told my wife, like, she texts to some of her friends so often. I'm like, honey, get to the point where you text your friends more than you actually talk to me, and I'm actually in your house, in your home, right behind you. It's like I can't help it. We're doing stuff. We're all doing stuff, and they ask me a bunch of questions. No, you can like turn off your phone and turn around and have a conversation with me. I'm right here. Like, do I need to pull down my pants and swing it? Huh?
Yes.
Because she'll be on a call with somebody speaking Spanish. And, I mean, I think you understand mostly what she's saying, but not entirely. And, like, he'll just be like, hey, can you spend some time with me? And she's just like, I've spent the entire day with you. But, like, I want to talk to you. That's what you're doing right now, isn't it?
Or it's the exact opposite, and I'll get the whole. She'll get off work and won't be on the phone, and I'll be doing something. She'll be like, "Hey, come sit with me." I'm like, "But I'm doing something."
And that's when he gets a backpack.
My wife normally gives me the whole, I spend time with you. Like, you're in the home with me does not mean you're spending time with me. I mean, that's a different.
No, you're spending time with one another. You're not spending quality time.
You're like, yeah, like, you're in the house. I see you. I know you're there, but you're not really like there. You're more like a roommate at this point. And I try to make sure she well aware of that point. We gotta break that ground. Like, gotta do something together.
What are we talking about? The people from vacation?
Yeah.
Well, but it's showing how much y'all how much y'all are connected compared to this new guy that just like walked in that literally has no grounds with either of you and wants to act like he has grounds somewhere. Like, no grounds with Stealthy, no grounds with Corvo, no grounds with you. He has grounds with the weird girlfriend that's with Stealthy, and she has grounds, so therefore she already has a place to stand.
Well, it's about Stealthy's appreciation for this friend, because that was one of her only friends.
Yeah,
one of the only people that actually accepted her for who she was.
Yeah.
So she was gold in her eyes. So she was like, she can't have a bad idea. But part of her knew that this guy is not entirely all he's cracked up to be.
Here, I'll put it like
what
this.
she described him as was just like him.
And that is not the truth. But I'll put it.
Y'all do wear boots.
What?
And have hair. and
have
also skin.
Bodily functions.
And you like Transformers and Pokemon, and you like Transformers.
Here we go.
Here, this person got me so infuriated that RollOver diverted me to a smoking area at the hotel for fear of bodily injury, but not on my part.
I know you have no smokes, but you need some nicotine. Go ahead.
Well, we don't like walking around a place and like just vaping. We like to go to an area where you're not just gonna blow a cloud in somebody's face.
Okay.
That's kind of rude. Because I'd be very confused if somebody just blew a cloud of vapor into my. All I can smell is fruit.
Okay, so
Hey, honey, did you take one of those pills?
this has been kind of a short story, but my wife just brought it up since she wanted me to talk about it. I don't know if it'd be really that interesting, but we went out today with a bunch of my wife's coworkers. What? Oh, yeah, anyways, we went with a bunch of my wife's coworkers. I don't really know any of them myself. Really, it was supposed to be just a night with the girls, and I was really not invited. But my wife, pretty much told me this morning, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's supposed to be all girls, no guys." Like, was this supposed to be a girls' night out or girls' day out? Yeah, it was, but you're going. I'm like, I can stay home, I can stay home. Like, no, you're going. So we went out to this restaurant. Restaurant sucked. It was like one of those healthy restaurants that no one very much eats at, but a bunch of women that just want to have like a place that they said they experience, but the food sucks. I don't know if you ever ate there before. Like, food has no flavor.
It's about the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Grumpy.
about the atmosphere that cost me $25.
Yes,
Fucking
you
what?
pay $50 for the atmosphere.
You
Yeah.
pay $50. You paying $50 for that warm and fuzzy feeling you get from the atmosphere and the people that are surrounding you. Don't you understand?
I can
Bunch
get
of
that
high class
atmosphere
hoity-toity
more.
women. Yeah, that's great. And okay, then we go out to the park.
Here's your atmosphere.
We go to the park, and then we start driving on the way home. And this is where the story really comes about. There was an older woman, and I have a deep thing that I wish they would implement, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people consider that as rude and inconsiderate. But she was a woman, and she was elderly, and she went to this light really, really slow. And I pulled up my wife pulled up beside her, and she already has one thing inside the vehicle. So she leaves the light, and she immediately starts when she leaves the light, starts putting on the brake underneath the light and have cars honking behind her. So we get to the next light. She does the same thing. Gets out of the light, slows down immediately when the light's green, going underneath it. And then when she gets to the next light, she starts slowing down again before it goes green. And cars are honking at the entire time. And my wife apparently saying she was going to end into that lanes. And I was thinking, at some age, would y'all agree? At what age, shoot, if you do agree, should people get their license renewed and retested for if they're capable of driving or not? Have you ever felt like that before? Like,
They do that here.
You retest your license?
Mm-hmm. After you hit 60.
after you hit 60 in Georgia?
Yeah.
They don't do that in Alabama. And if dude, I don't know about it. They need to do it again and probably lower the.
You live in Alabama?
Yeah. Yes, road trip. We are definitely doing it.
Yeah. But I did not know that. Like 60?
Yep.
Yeah.
Why is that not country worldwide? Like, seriously, at a certain age you gotta oh, you need to be retested.
Grumpy, you live in Alabama.
Okay, come on, back off. It's not my fault. I don't want to live here.
They're trying to take our Toyotas away from us.
Have you ever heard this before? Ding, 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 ding,
No.
ding.
Okay, I'm not trying to be racist here, okay, folks? I am not trying to be racist. She was Asian.
Oh, shit.
And she was old. And she was a woman. So, put that together. I'm not trying to be a feminist here. I'm not trying to be racist here. I'm just putting out stereotypes that are known and do sometimes fit the bill. Okay? And it's not my fault. She was literally driving slow underneath the green light. And when she got to the next light, she would slow down again after it just turned green. And she was swerving between two lanes. Couldn't stay in. And the entire time I looked at her face, she had one of those fuck face. Like not turning her head at all. Everybody's honking the horns at her. She's like, this way I'm going. I was like, you don't need to be retested. You need to take the test again. And of course, she had a young girl beside her in the passenger seat. She didn't care. She's like, this is normal shit. I'm like, I would kick her out of the car going, I'm driving. No way. No way.
Well, that's too damn bad.
You know, she owned up the drive too. So, like, why? It's like, this is my car. You ain't messing up. There's literally a ding on the side of her car. It ain't pretty or pristine. So she came like, this is my pretty car. You ain't pretty my car. And, honey, you already did it.
That's my favorite thing when I see people that clearly can't afford the vehicles they're driving because you can tell by the way they park. Like I saw someone take up 4 parking spaces to park his truck, and I'm like,
oh man, the best videos are those who do that kind of stuff, and people figure out like very unique or smart ways of trapping that car or truck. Like, you know, they're being a real dick, and like, you know what, you're gonna be a dick, I'm gonna be a dick right back, and they find like your really interesting ways, like trap them in so they can never leave, or you know, they do leave, they have to leave the inch of their vehicle possibly getting scratched or dinged up by whatever's surrounding it. And I also saw another vehicle like literally pick up the car and moved it to another place and then park their car and fly. Like, that was great. But yeah,
what are you gonna do, isn't it?
Yeah.
okay, so like, I got another one. Again, this is normally the little things I've learned throughout the week. So I try to go really off things, just some things I found out. Apparently, do either of y'all play Call of Duty? Do y'all play Call of Duty at all?
Come
I,
on.
mean, I have.
Okay.
You ain't gonna talk about yours?
I play Call of Duty in real life.
You played Call of Duty on the online. Didn't you get, man?
He's embarrassed, but don't be embarrassed. Okay, so
Okay. I played Call of Duty online and got banned.
do tell.
Apparently, you can't shoot so many people in the face so quickly without it being cheating, apparently.
You bought a cheater for a Call of Duty game?
I didn't use a cheater. I just was really good. And they said I was cheating and they banned me.
This is the person that tried to punch the door off my vehicle because it came out a different way than he thought.
Hey, it's spooky.
Because I had a van, he was like, "Oh, the door's just gonna."
Okay, so this story does involve Call of Duty, and I thought it was very, very. This is one of my segments that I'd like to call "Stupid People." As we would know, that I always find somebody that's stupid. This guy, Alligator Dude, took the cake pretty good, but this guy really took the cake with my bags. But anyways, this gentleman got caught trying to buy a Call of Duty in a town that had a lockdown curfew. Lockdown curfew during the COVID time does mean you cannot go out at a certain time of the day to go and buy things. So if you go out there at that time, you're most likely to be fined and arrested. This gentleman, this bright guy, was a convict that was escaped. He escaped from prison. He was a couple months from being let loose. He escaped from prison and went out with his friend during a lockdown when 2 cops saw him and then noticed the vehicle turned around oddly when they were in their view. The cops followed them, pulled them over, asked them what they're doing out. They were out to buy Call of Duty. They wanted to buy the game. And they realized one of the passengers was an escaped convict. He was immediately afterwards arrested, where he went back to jail. Now he's serving more time. He's already been serving close to 17 years. He's got to add a couple more on top of that because he wanted to buy Call of Duty. Stupid people. They're everywhere.
Let's escape prison a few months before I get out. Go out with my friends after curfew and tell the cops I'm buying Call of Duty.
That reminds me of when the dude got. I don't think I can say this.
Probably a good idea, but you know. And you can fudge words over a little bit, get the idea of it.
There's no fudging words. I'll have to tell you about this later. But
oh god dang it! I really want to tell. Really want to tell you guys, but YouTube scares me, and so does Twitch.
Well, it's more about the subject matter that really can't be changed because that's what makes it so funny.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But now, thinking of Twitch, this is one of my last things I got, so you better be thinking of some things yourself. Twitch has now implemented, or going to be implementing, this right here really got in my skin. I should make a video on it, really. Is now adding a Twitch brand safety rating. Meaning, if you are a Twitch streamer that plays immature rated games, if you are a Twitch streamer that has any past offenses or any bad tidings with Twitch, or you're a 18 plus streamer, or you're a streamer that cusses, or you're a streamer that plays games that are, like whatever, they will automatically rate you. And then Twitch has a manual review, will rate certain people to be ad friendly. And if you're ad friendly, you'll get more ads, therefore you get more money. But if you're not ad friendly, or you're not on Twitch's favoring grace and favoritism, you might get a good rating and get all the ads you possibly want and make more money because of it. Fairness on Twitch. That's why I keep it telling everybody, probably don't want to stream on Twitch.
So what you're saying is, I'm not going to make no money on Twitch because I'm a redneck.
Well, if you're offensive, you curse, you play mature games, and, anything like that, or they just don't like you. Yeah, you won't get no ads. And you won't make no money.
I'm going to play the Aphrodite scene in God of War so much now on Twitch, it ain't even funny.
Unless you're like a Minecraft streamer, or I don't know about to say Amongst Us streamer, but yeah, pretty much all the kid-friendly games, and you're ninjing it up, never cussing or swearing or anything, or you're not already in their favoring grace, you're not gonna make no money on Twitch. Even more so now with the way this is going. Apparently, YouTube already has that. I didn't know YouTube had that. Apparently, YouTube's been having it.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I'm like, what the? YouTube has that?
Well, theirs is targeted more towards kid-friendly channels. They'll get less videos.
Okay.
Or ads or whatever.
Like, I know you're not.
If it's targeted towards children, it's I guess it's less monetizable. I don't know.
I know you're not supposed to say a cuss word after the first 30 seconds of a video. Like, I know that's a thing. And I always thought that was kind of really interesting. Like, the first 30 seconds, you're really counting down the 30 seconds to say a swear word. It's like, so if you come in, your first thing you say is the F word, you're pretty much just, there's all your revenue gone. Also, YouTube is also adding a new simulation with taxes. If you make videos and if you're not within the United States and your videos are broadcast in America, you'll get taxed on your videos now. Apparently, people are mad about that. Whatever, doesn't bother me any because we're gonna get taxed.
Interesting.
Yeah, little things like that. It's been harder. It's harder.
It's certain words on YouTube, I think. They have a list of words you cannot say.
Well, you cannot. Well, yeah, there's some words you can't say, but if this is the first 30 seconds, if I said fuck, that would be automatically be unlisted for ad revenue. But again, I don't have 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 viewers, so it doesn't really matter to me just yet. Yet. That's the word I'm hoping for someday. Yet. Because I would like to make this a big thing. Let's see. And that is all I got. If y'all got any more interesting stories or anything you want to add into here today?
I'm good.
Oh, I do got one more thing. Do you of you like Space Jam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember Space Jam.
Do you like Space Jam? That's probably a better question. The first one, not the second one. Let's be honest.
It was okay. I mean, what parts of it I remember.
Okay.
Um,
So this is gonna be a bit of an awkward question. I know it's gonna be an awkward question, but it's just one of those questions I have to ask. Did either of you ever find Lola Bunny hot?
Yep.
yep, I knew where you were going.
I knew it too.
Yep. Apparently, for those who don't know about it, apparently the new Space Jam movie is coming out this year, and they changed Lola Bunny, and people are not happy about it. They made her all, let's just say, tomboy. Not very Lola Bunny. So people on Twitter are all like drawing her very sexual, just to get back at people.
I will kick you in your damn shin if you say that out loud.
Just imagine them changing Jessica Rabbit.
Oh man, they're going to give them a chance to make the movie. They will. Just femininity is out the window. You cannot be attractive. Cannot be gorgeous. Cannot be sexy. Cannot be a woman. It almost feels like
they do change that a lot because like there are some people that like to be feminine and there's some people that like to be tomboys, and I think they should. I don't know. I don't think changing a current character would work for that.
Yeah, chat. The new guy is RollOver. In case you're joining late.
Oh, a new guy.
Yeah, it's just I don't really. It'd be like taking something that you've been loving for years. Let's say for instance He-Man, right? Let's take He-Man, Corvo. I know you're very tied to that character, and then completely making him into this skinny little stick in a series.
I would hunt down the person that made that change.
Because he's too masculine and too manly and too like.
Honestly,
as long as memories like that.
As long as you give him a beard and a dad bod, I'll be fine with it. So you can say he's retired, but like he's still got that dad strength where you know he could take you at any moment in time.
That's like the Adult Swim comedy special of He-Man. Like they always do like a little bit of roll off, like like what happened to He-Man after 20 or 30 years later.
It's like Thor from the new Marvel movie.
Oh
yeah.
That just
like, he could still whoop your ass.
Oh, that just reminded me.
We had magic powers, so that's cheating.
Grumpy.
Yeah.
He has not seen the Mortal Kombat trailer.
He is not. We need to watch that video then.
Yeah. You need to see that trailer.
Did y'all react to the Kong trailer?
No, we have not done the reaction video for Godzilla versus Kong.
It's some of our best videos. A lot of people watched it. I mean, a lot. Now, problem is with those though, no one very much commented and no one very much liked it. I really appreciate if y'all would do that. I'm begging, please. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment. I can ask some more of that. It really helps out my channel a lot. But yeah, like those videos did really well. I mean, really well. Yes.
We're seeing that opening weekend.
Yeah. You need to if we ever do a Godzilla versus Kong reaction video, we need to have him on for that.
Well, we got time afterwards. We just gotta get your kids and get more time for us. Way to say that, but that's how it is.
I mean, I think we could work that out. I mean, he's staying to eat anyway.
Well, I can just let you cook and I'll go pick up the kids.
Mom's giving a banana pudding over. You think I'm leaving you with a banana pudding alone?
Yes.
I think I'll make it where you don't have any other option.
You're an asshole.
Anyways, but yeah, that was it. I don't know. I get what they're doing. I just don't think it's gonna be sending the right message, and then also I don't think it's gonna be helping out their cause. I just don't think a change the character in a show or a movie like that is going to be really prevalent, make a wave.
It's like Halo 3 all over again.
Well, hey, this is what I think. I think at the end of the stream, if you let us go grab the kids, we can come back and I can ping you. And if you want to do that reaction video while he's here,
we can do that.
We can do that reaction video.
We can do that. Hey, Mom, that is my mother. Even though her name is literally spelled out in black and white I really wish you wouldn't name on there, Mom, but I love you. Be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button. Anyways,
Hey, son.
that will be the end of it. Again,
Okay.
this is the
Alright.
for those who are catching this VOD, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. What is your favorite video so far of the Bear Thoughts podcast? And also, if we get 20 likes and 20 likes and 20 comments, Corvo will be hosting a podcast. So that's not going away. 20 likes, 20 comments, and Corvo will host next time. So you be the one doing all the talking, and I'll be shutting up a little bit more. I'm sure everybody would like that. But anyways, you have a good day. Have a good night. As always, have a good life. Much love, y'all. And